Journal.
Oh, messed up.
Oh, okay. Journal 1.
Right.
So Melissa, we've met and we've discussed your defense, and we've discussed the things that we want you to just go back and do some things. That always happens. It's never a dull moment in terms of revisions until it's all printed out, right? But we think you've done a wonderful job. It's a great study. It's very timely. It is an opportunity to build a career, so don't go out looking for new stuff to do. You get to being an associate professor probably pretty quickly if you just stick with what you know.
Mm-hmm.
You already have a good amount of data to write on. So we're happy to tell you that you have completed the process. Yay! So everyone, I want to introduce to you Dr. Melissa Buckley. How's it feel?
Dr. Buckley.
You have class today?
No, they're on fall break.
They're on fall break.
Thank you so much.
So everybody sit.
This topic obviously is important to me personally and professionally. This process was so grueling, but as a woman of faith, I can definitely see where there were things that were put in place in order to help me to make it through. I am so incredibly thankful, grateful, appreciative to my committee because you don't get paid to do this.
Oh, no.
But there are different things about each of you, and I'm just going to take a quick moment to say these things. Dr. Braid Stennis is the reason why I became a social work major way back in undergrad, and so the fact that she is still with me in 2014 at CSWE in Tampa, she literally took me by the hand and walked me to the MFP reception. The MFP is the Council on Social Work Education Minority Fellowship Program, and she is an alum of that. And she said, "You will apply for this fellowship." Well, and that was their approach when I was an undergrad. You will do thus and such. And so she introduced me to the MFP. She did write one of my letters of recommendation for the MFP. And when people said, "You're not going to get it on your first go," I got it on my first go. So I thank you. I love you too. Dr. Daughtery, when I took your qualitative class, I fell in love with qualitative research. I loved your approach, and I knew then that I had to have you on my committee because of the way that you look at qualitative research. But one thing in particular that was so meaningful for me that I want to share with you all that Dr. Daughtery did this summer, we met. I was so frustrated about this process, and she affirmed me. And when it was said and done, she said, "Listen, you may as well just get ready because this part is almost over. You're about to be a doctor." And so I said, "Well, you know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm really looking forward to wearing the regalia." And then she said, "Do you want to try it on?" So there we were in her office at Catholic. And she
Okay,
put
you
the
might want to sit
regalia-
down.
She put the regalia on me, and it was such a nurturing moment. and I appreciate it. I'll never forget it as long as I live.
It was wonderful. I was so thrilled. You were so thrilled. And you know, she's been showing everybody those pictures.
And Dr. Wilman.
So you have to buy yours and not rent it?
Oh, I did. I happily swiped my card.
Okay.
And Dr. Wilman, when I first came to Morgan for my interview, you were there, and I was like, whoa, like her personality is huge. And I knew, like, I can't come in here half-stepping, you know. And there was a challenge that I had my very first semester. And Dr. Wilman went to bat for me. I will never forget that. Because basically you took the side of a student, you know, and even though we certainly had to work through things and figure them out for ourselves, I appreciate the fact that you were willing to stay the course with me and to see this through to the end. So for me as a woman who is very, you know, pro-woman and pro-black woman, to have the three of you on my committee means the world to me, and I thank you.
Well, thank you.
The thing I tell all of our students is you can't chair a students committee and they not hate you at some point. So I'm so used to that now that it doesn't even bother me anymore, because I know that means that some real good stuff is churning in you, and as long as you don't quit, we will help you get finished. We will absolutely help you get finished. So yeah, when students when they've had tug of war, I'm like, okay, that's another badge of, and not in a bad way, but just that, you know, yeah, it is a tough process, and it's a lonely and isolating process, because it's you and your stuff and what it is you're trying to do, and so it can be very isolating and lonely. Your cohort can only be there but so much, because they don't know exactly what you're doing.
And you know, our cohort was so unique because it was just three of us from the beginning, only three, and we like held on to each other desperately. But absolutely, during this past year, we had to really just kind of retreat, and the feeling of loneliness, but Sapphire Girl, love you. And Tanya too. We are a unique cohort, and I know that we will be together forever. And I have to say thank you so much to the three people that you all don't know who are here today. BJ, because there were 2 times during this process where, you know, like I was at the brink and you talked me off the ledge, and you don't understand like how significant that was. But I really appreciate you, and even though you don't, I still say you don't like qualitative research, but it's all good. I appreciate you, and this is
Engineer.
Yeah, he's an engineer, so he can't help it.
Why?
Exactly. And this is his mother, Dr. Diane Richmond, who was one of my peer reviewers, and I just thank you so much for your willingness to participate, and I love our discussions, and I'm looking forward to more rich discussions. Thank you so much for being here and for having your smiling face. And my good girlfriend and my soror, Leah, this is Dr. Leah Miller. Thank you for being here. And for, girl, you've helped wipe tears and everything, and I just love you so very much. And of course, my mom is here.
Your mom.
I'm lucky to have you, and we have a story, and God is good, and He continues to bless us, and I just thank you for everything, Mom, and I'm so glad that you could be here.
Wow. Would you like to say something, Mom?
Well,
You came all the way from Canada.
I know. So, it's been an amazing journey, and Melissa knows that I don't know if I can say proud, because that's not even the correct word. Going back to when Melissa decided to do theology, and somebody sitting at the end of the table changed that story. But it was a change for the better because Melissa came home to us sick from being at Oakwood with multiple sclerosis. And I remember one day we went to the neurologist, and it reaffirmed for me her strength as a woman. The neurologist said to her, Melissa, I really feel like you should just, because she was using a cane, she couldn't speak, lots of stuff going on with her. And the neurologist told her, just go home and go on disability. And she clearly said to him that day, you need to move out of my way because I've got other stuff to do. A wheelchair is not where I'm heading. And so from that, she's been difficult to stop. And I don't want to stop her at all. She's been someone who our whole family, my whole family, her whole family, both sides of the family has taken so much pride in seeing how God has worked with her, how He has carried her, He has mentored her, He has put people in her way just to ensure that we came to today. And I'm so looking forward to see what else He has in store for you, daughter of mine. I really love you, proud of you, forever, forever. I'm going to be thankful for you for holding our family to account and for holding our hands up. So precious.
Okay, our sparkling cider. This is the one time I always